right, 2026 has been here for a couple months. I haven't posted a video since that update, but we're going to talk about my setups. Hey everyone, welcome back. Like I said in the intro here, haven't really posted anything long term or long form since that update, that January 2026, here's the new year kind of thing, what my plans are. However, since then, we've had some weather actually changed and allowed me to skate. I made some changes to my setups. And I've just been kind of working and trying to figure those things out. I've kind of landed on 3 different setups this year, what I'm going to start with anyway. They're all kind of the same, all kind of different. The one trend you'll see is they're all about the same concave. They're all a Baker Death Wish mellow concave. The Death Wish might be a little bit more aggressive, but overall, they're pretty close to the same there. The biggest differences you're going to see is going to be wheelbase, width, and length, and then the truck setup. So first I'm going to start with the one setup I've had since I got back into this last year, and it's this Baker 825 with Indy 144 standards, Spitfire. These are 52 millimeter classics, and then Bones Reds. So, I mean, you've seen the video where I've cleaned the Reds. These are the ones I actually cleaned after I thought there was issues with them, but after I skated them and actually pushed them, they've been really good since. So, yeah, this setup's been actually one I've been kind of gravitating towards before picking up this one here. But that was just, within the last week, so I haven't really got to skate it a lot because it's already, started snowing again. So, but yeah, this is the one I've been kind of gravitating towards. I think the biggest thing why is the shape. I really like the shape. The size 825 is nice. However, I do like a little bit wider board just because I do have bigger feet. And the grip tape is very worn. This was Mob, but since I got this last year, the grip tape's really nice when you're moving slow in the garage to do flip tricks. Doesn't catch, and yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna keep probably skating this until I get so much razor tail on it, it's a problem. And it just kind of swap between the other setups. So yeah, OG. The next one, this one I've obviously you've seen a lot. This is the Death Wish JKs. I've used this, I think it's 4 months. I had 2 different boards of this. I still have the other one up there, but two of these, I liked it so much. Now, I originally did have the independent forged hollows on it, but when I switched decks, I put the Venture V hollows, I believe those are. They're the hollow kingpin hollow axles, in a 5.8, which is the 8.5 on this, with the Spitfire OG Classics 52 millimeter. And then I did something a little bit different. I don't know if you can see that in there. These are Bones Reds. These are the ones I had that I didn't do any cleaning. I stripped all the lubrication off of them and decided to go straight raw. So far it's been fine. I haven't really skated a ton in them, so we'll see how long, from a longevity standpoint, that works. Yeah, so going with the Ventures on this one, because this is a different shape than the others. This one's a lot shorter. This is 31.7 inches long, and I believe it is 8.475 wide. So I guess call it 8.5 inch wide. And then the wheelbase, the actual wheelbase between the trucks, is 14 inches, where that's 14.25, and then the new one I just set up is 14.5. So putting the Ventures on it, and since the geometry of the Ventures, and this is where the truck madness comes in, I've talked about in some of my shorts and TikToks, is the Ventures actually make your wheelbase wider, where independents kind of stay neutral to where the truck is, right? So basically Ventures will create more stability, but less turn, and then obviously you have a longer wheelbase. But on the 14-inch cut, it's actually really nice. I do really like it. That's what I've been skating. Basically 14-inch with Ventures until I set up this one with the independents. So it's very familiar to me. Obviously, this is a board that I got tray flips back on. So it's been very consistent to me. So I really want to keep skating it. And I was fine with the Ventures. I do like it. I like how it pops. It's very light because these are very light trucks. And yeah, so this is going to be one you'll definitely see me using a lot. Like I said, the OG Baker is probably going to be used a lot. It's just not, it's going to be at the end of its life pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. And then the last one, which I just picked up literally last weekend because I saw it was on sale at our local skate park or skate shop, Familia in Minneapolis, is this Baker 8.5 Sammy Baca. It's a really cool graphic, actually. I like that Cerberus. It was on sale, so I grabbed it. It's an 8.5, 32 inches long. So 8.25, 32 inches long on that Baker OG there. This is the OG concave, so the same as that OG. It's just wider, and then it's got an 8.5-inch wheelbase. Or, sorry, 14.5-inch wheelbase. So I put the independent forged hollows on it. I do have some newer, I set these up a while ago, Spitfire tablets, 53 millimeters. So I did go up a size on these. And then I got Bronson G3 bearings and try something different on these. And then I obviously have some, different bushings. These are the independent extra hard. So this, this is the kind of the one I talked about in my last video about skating more, just getting out and like actually just skating. I think this one's going to help me a lot because the wider wheelbase or longer wheelbase and it being wider is going to help with stability and just getting comfortable on the board. Not that I'm uncomfortable, but that's obviously going to be a place that's going to help me get better. So yeah, these are the setups I'm going to be using. I did want to talk about how it wasn't too long ago I did set this Santa Cruz up. And I posted a couple shorts and TikToks on it about how the grip tape was just not staying. And you kind of can see that the paint came off when the grip tape pulled off. But when I was skating, it felt like it was waterlogged, and I'm wondering if just by happenstance this board had been sitting at the shop a long time, because I got this back in like November, late October, November. Or maybe it just sat in the garage, because we had some temperature fluctuations, and I eventually did move the boards inside, so a bit more consistent temperature, because that Death Wish back there was right next to it, never had an issue. So I kind of just gave up on it after the second grip tape fell off the second time. The grip tape fell off the second time, and it just, like, literally, I switched it to that girl, this girl, like I talked about in that short, that the wheelbase it's just too big a board. 32-inch long is probably where my max is. This is like 32.5 or something, like 32.7. And the longer 14.75 wheelbase just makes it feel really, really. It's like I need to be taller. I think it's really what this is made for, someone that's taller. So when I put it back together with the independents, it just didn't feel right. So that's where I ended up going with that Baker. So yeah, that is going to be the 2026 setups, and obviously it's subject to change because it is only March. We're only halfway through March, and like I said, we had some good weather last week. Allowed me to get out. I didn't really film anything, but allowed me to get out, skate a little bit, but then it snowed again, and now it's cold. So we'll see how many more weeks we get of this, and then maybe we can actually get some consistent weather, and I can get out there and actually film some real stuff for you guys. But yeah, I figured I'd get a video out. Has been well over 2 months since I've had any kind of long form videos, and I'm kind of excited to see where this year goes, especially with the new setup here. So far, it's been nice, especially for ollies. For some reason, the ollies on that, and it might be just because it's a new board, have been feeling really good, and it could be new grip tape. I went with Pepper G5 on that, where, the Baker over here was Mob. Mob is pretty common. And then I don't even know what's on the Death Wish there. It was just whatever was given to me free. But regardless, yeah, I'm excited to see how these setups treat me and how just switching between them. And I know if I stayed with the same setup over and over again, that's kind of how that Death Wish worked, that I'd get better at it. But I want to kind of change the muscle memory up just to see if it can help me overall become a better skater. The other thing, shoes. I have exclusively pretty much switched to the Reynolds 933s. I actually bought another pair that I've been walking around trying to break in, and because these in a wide, I actually got a 12 wide. These are 11.5, and that's been a world of a difference. They've already broken in way faster, so I know once these are done, because I still got a long time on them because I don't skate in a way that's going to destroy them. Those ones replacing it are going to be doing well. So yeah, that is everything. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys made it this long in the video, that is awesome. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.